YouTube, what's going on? She got Professor Smellgood and we back, baby. Alright, this is we're talking about the journey to Professor Smellgood, and this is year 2008. Alright, so let's get right into it. So, in the spring, I told you I gave my oils back to my uncle. I gave them back to him because I didn't think that, you know, so many of these oils ain't gonna do no good. So after that happened, when I gave it back to him, I got hired at the job. I talked about that accidentally in 2007. Gave the oils back. I filled out an application for LeBron Pollard, which is actually on Linwood. How's it going, sir?
I wonder where you get the I said, wait a minute.
I went to the bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. All right. All right. Got them on sale 3 for $10 too. Got them on sale 3 for $10, so you get a bottle for free. Yeah, these right here, they on sale 3 for $10. So what you pay for 2, you just want to get another one for free.
Okay.
So if you just
So that's $20.
You want to get 2 of these?
Wait a minute.
These are $5 each.
Right. That's the one but I'm gonna get. Okay, so if I buy 4, I'm gonna get 1 free. $5 one.
If you buy 4, then it's 2 free.
4
They're $5 each. So each $10 that you spend is an extra one free. So you get 6 for $20.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
You want to do that now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm doing it now. What I'm doing.
All right. So Silky Milky Platinum has been a good seller for me. Silky Milky Platinum has been a good seller for me. This one right here got that silky milky texture to it. All right, that's one of them. That's been a good seller for me. You already know about.
Yeah, the other one. So what do I say? Hook me up. I trust you.
Got you, my man.
Just hook me up. You know I would throw you a play now and then.
Yes, sir.
The Lions been good, been doing good. I've been doing good with them Lions.
I know. As long as they lose, the more money you're going to make.
And I told her, and not only that, in 4 of them, you know, I told you I bet with Jay, he already paid. But he won't go on the side back. So I was up $80 with the bag. Yeah, with the guys. Not the money that I bet with the Lions, but the side back, right? 4 of them owed me $80. And guess what?
What's that?
I was feeling confidence. I went with the Vikings.
Okay.
And you know they lost to the Patriots.
Oh, okay. Oh.
But guess what? I was playing with their money. So now they're all 4 only owe me 60. I'm still not hurting, plus the money I made off the line. I can afford to take a chance. See what I'm saying? See, I've been doing this for 42 years.
Paid your bills, huh?
Pay my, you know that's one thing. I always pay my bills. Thank you. You know what I'm saying?
I told somebody else that too, what you said. About you was veg on the line.
Yeah.
So and you wanted the guy felt remorse for you.
Yeah.
He said, listen, man, you know I'm tired of taking your money. Let me give you some advice. Why don't you bet against the Lions?
Still gonna be a Lion.
And you say you ain't never made as much money in your life.
For 42 years, 5 years, I used to bet with the Lions. But for the last 37 years, I've been betting against them. So this year make 37 years. Now, remember I told you, if the Lions do good, I'm going to retire, right? They ain't doing good.
They ain't doing good.
So I go to next year, I make 38 years. And I can't complain. The Lions been damn good.
Oh, I thought you said they've been good. I was going to say, they've been good to you.
Good to me.
Yeah, because you
like
get paid from their losses.
You see how the people, you know, I used to be one of them. When the Lions win, I mean lose, like you say, damn. I still getting upset. What did I do? And I'm a Lions fan, for real. I mean, I'm just with all of them, but the Lions, that's the only team I bet money on. One time I was with Lions, a long time ago.
K-Lock the hustle, man.
When I was on the bus on the drive, he got and I was talking about the Lions. He said,
you gonna say that gaming when you get.
I said, the Lions is like a woman. You don't know what you're going to get. You can bring her flowers,
man.
And you don't know which way she's going to go.
I think you're just about right about that.
Which is true, but the old lady, she didn't look at it that way. She cussed me out, but she talked about my Lions. And, everybody, you know how you have to
said that away from her.
No, you know what I said? I looked at her and said, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I understand, man. As soon as she got on the bus, the man, shit. Everybody on the bus cracked up. And Mike, the bus driver, he retired. He used to do the same bus. He retired, been retired for like 3 years. But we did that for 20 years.
Set it down.
See, most of the guys I bet with, and they're real deal. We don't talk about it was the referee. when I either gonna get an L or a W. So ain't nothing to cry about. Just pay.
My man. Hey, let me finish this video.
Get going. Oh,
I was making a video on YouTube talking about my story of how
Oh,
I
okay.
became Professor Smell Good.
yes. All right.
Yeah.
You told me something about that. Yes.
Yeah, let me finish the video real quick.
Okay. You have a blessing.
All right, you too. All right, so let's get back to it. Sorry about that, y'all. That's my man. We chop it up all the time. All right, so springtime. I got hired at the restaurant, as I told you guys. The brother Abdul Jalil came in the restaurant that I was hired at. He was wearing Arabian musk. I said, man, what you wearing? You know, he had on the throw, turban, you know, a whole hookup, Timberlands. Came in, I said, man, what is that nice smell? Crisp, clean musk. What is that? Arabian musk. That Thursday, I went to the oil shop, Halal Bookstore, and I made a mix with that. Three fragrances, right? It became a hit. I called it So Fresh, So Clean. Went to the mosque that Friday. Imam Abdul Dawood Wali, he was there at the Wali Muhammad Mosque because it was close to my job. You know, I rubbed it on him. How you doing this morning? Rubbed it on him. He smelled it. He said, oh man, that smells good. What is that? I said, this is called So Fresh, So Clean. So that was in spring. All right, that was in spring 2000. That was in spring. That was in spring. That was in spring 2008. Excuse me. All right, that was my third blend, I think. Unpredictable was number 1. Everlasting number 2, and So Fresh, So Clean is number 3. Okay, so now let's continue. So I lost that job in 2 months. So 2 months I was working that job, I was doing real good. I got laid off because the business closed down. It was going out of business, right? So that's when I moved to the halfway house, right? That's when I moved to the halfway house, okay? As I told you guys before. Still 2008, just summertime. So I'm there. I didn't really sell the oils yet, you know, like I really was supposed to. It's a brother, Yemeni brother that he owned the dollar store on Davison, right across the street from the church of Chicken. So that next week he called me and said, listen, brother, I want you to come in, I want to hire you. So he paid me. And so the brother let me go because I was working too hard. Because I was working too good, he let me go. And I was like, wow, man, I mean, you know, I would have, you know, somebody that's working hard, you keep him, but for me, that didn't happen. You know, he let me go. So that's all right. So I said, man, the only thing that I can do now to make some money is sell oils. And it's funny that that happened because that very next week, the brother named, because when I moved in the halfway house, as I told you guys, the brother named Rashid, light-skinned, old school brother, he said, Issa, you know, you don't want to sell the oil. So he thought that he was going to sell the oils with me. I said, I don't sell oils somewhere. So the next week, what he did was he went and got a wholesale package, and he came back and he sold a lot of oils. And I said, man, if he can do it, I can do it. So that very same week, I went to the Halal Bookstore, bought some oils wholesale, and I started selling. That day I made $30. That was different. I mean, that was a big step from, you know, 2007 where I'll make $30 a month. I went from $30 a month to $30 a day. So at that point, that's when I really started to walk around selling oils. That was in 2007, 2008 in the summertime, right? So, and one of the things I used to do is, I used to go downtown. I used to walk from Glendale and Woodward Avenue. Hey, how you doing, sir? All the way downtown. I used to be underneath that tree like I told you guys before, but sometimes I'll walk all the way downtown to be down there. So I'll be downtown, and I remember when I was down there selling oils, right? On Griswold, in between Grand River and Griswold and Griswold and State Street, right? It used to be, hey, Rob, what do they call that place? The old transit center. Grand Central, what a bus. Not the transit center now, the one before that. The one that was on Griswold between State and Grand River. Huh?
Didn't call it that?
It's old transit center. Because that's what everybody says the bus at.
They changed it from instant. It was on Washington Boulevard. a transit center. They call it transit center.
What was it called? That's what
It wasn't called nothing. Just a bus stop.
It was just a bus stop. Okay, just a bus stop then. Okay, but that's where my man's, it's a brother named Knowledge. Cat that I met named, they called him Knowledge. Light skinned guy with the curls. He used to sell the oils, right? And matter of fact, Knowledge and the guy that used to work here, named Cervantes, they brothers. You see what I'm saying? They was brothers. He passed away. But anyway, Knowledge was selling oils at the old transit center over there on Griswold between the state and Grand River. And he would sit down on the little concrete and he would burn his incense and he had his oils laid out, right? He was there every single morning. Good morning. And he was there every single morning selling his oil. So I walked up to him, I chopped it up with him. Because, you know, we did the same thing, but I was kind of new to it. So I let him smell, by that time, yeah, I'm glad I touched on this. By that time, like a month before that, before I started walking downtown to selling my oils, I had made a scent called Jenna, as I told you guys before. And I told you the story about the lady following me all the way home from the liquor store when I had that on. So that was one of my new ones. I made that in the summertime of 2008. So my man's Knowledge, I said, I smell this. He smelled this. Oh man, that smells good right there, man. He said, what's that? I said, it's called Jenna. He said, that's a mix of you. I said, yeah. So he was talking to a guy beside him. He said, that brother's a chemist. So he saw something in me that I didn't even see in myself at the time, right? So Jenna, at that point, Jenna means paradise in Arabic, was one of my top sellers, man. And I would always get compliments on it, and everybody would always tell me, what is that, man? Everybody that I walked past, they asked me, what is it I had on? So let's continue. That very next week, this is downtown. That very next week, I saw Knowledge at the bus stop, downtown on Woodward Avenue. I saw Knowledge at the bus stop. Knowledge was making incense. He was making incense in a technique, a method that is called, what is it called? Quick sticky hands free. He came up with a method that is called quick sticky hands free, the way he made the incense. And that, which is, actually, remember that video I showed you guys where it showed you how to make the incense, where you don't get your hands wet? I got that from Knowledge. How you doing, Michael? I got that method from him. You know, I saw him at the bus stop. I wasn't there at the bus stop, but I was turning the corner selling my oils, and he was right there. The bus was coming, and he made it just within like 60 seconds, right? He made it real quick, and I was watching it from a distance, and I said, wow, this is interesting. I saw how he made it. So I incorporated that to how I made the incense. So that's how I learned to make the incense, from watching him. Because before then, I was curious how to make it. You see what I'm saying? So I took note of that. And actually, I showed that method to you guys, a guy named Knowledge. Okay, I'm going to do 15 minutes. 15 minutes part one, and then, because this is going to be long. I got a lot to say on this one. 15 minutes part one, the next one is part two, is going to be the next 15 minutes. So in the winter time, there was a beautiful brother named Ashar. Because at the time, I'm still staying at the halfway house, right? So at the halfway house, the brother named Ashar, you know, because Ashar knew me all the way back when I was working at T-Mobile, right? Very good brother, professor, right? And he was a professor at Wayne State, very family-oriented brother. Good brother. Brother came, knocked on the door at the halfway house. He said, hey, listen, brother, there's a brother that, he said you can stay with him. Brother named Abdul Latif, good brother too. Veteran. So I stayed with, you know, Brother Shard. I went over Abdul Latif's house, went over his house. When the brother, you know, I put my stuff, my bags away and things like that. When I sat down, I noticed on his shelf, on his front room shelf, it has a lot of oil. He had a lot of oil. So me, I love oils. I'm in this oil game, so that was interesting to me. So I pick it up and I'm start smelling. I'm like, wow, I never smelled stuff like this before. You know, and come to find out, those were the imports. That was my first introduction to the imports, indirectly. Right? And I used to wonder that these smells were very distinct from the smells that I would normally smell when at the halal bookstore. Those were my first introduction to the imports, right? Abdul Latif. You know, so it's about to be 15 minutes, so watch part two. All right? Thank you guys.